Yeah, really good result. Good performance in the most part, certainly in our kind of out of possession work. I was really pleased in terms of the shape that we kept. Keeping another clean sheet is really important for us. It's a bit of a cliche thing, but obviously it gives you the opportunity to win any game when you do that. So we did that. Look, a really quick start again. Good finish by Luca. That's 2-2 for him now. So really pleasing to see him get on the score sheet. And then at times we were probably out of possession too much, and we spoke a little bit about that kind of at half time, and certainly after the game really, which kind of suggests that we've got to look after the ball a little bit better. Like I say, we are defending well as a unit, which is really good, but we do have to look after the ball a little bit better. So there'll be a focus around that certainly for us going into training tonight, but into the weekend. But look, loads of positives. Look, I'm not going to complain. Obviously, look, we had a really tough start, and so back-to-back wins, 2-0 wins, clean sheets is really good. We now just have to make sure that we take the positives from what we've been doing. I don't really feel like our performance level has really changed too much over the last couple of games to what it was in the first part of the season, but we are being more clinical, and we are making fewer mistakes in the final third. So look, we've got to go make sure we continue that now. So we'll have a good session tonight, preparing for what's going to be a really tough game on Saturday. Yeah, so there's been a little bit of movement this week, some of it kind of initiated by me really. So there's a couple of players that have been maybe on the fringe of the squad who I've kind of had the conversation with and said that it might make more sense for them to get football elsewhere. From a personal perspective, I don't really like having too big of a squad. The worst moment for me in the week is on a Friday morning when I have to let lads know that they're not included. So a couple of players that we've kind of moved on. Who've kind of been on the fringe of the squad or kind of waiting for an opportunity that I probably just can't give them at this moment in time. And that's really credit as well to the boys that have been playing recently and kind of taking their opportunities. Additions, we brought in Harrison Mead from AFC Dunstable on a 6-week initial kind of dual registration basis. So Harrison's a player that I've admired for quite a while, and we tried to bring in the summer. Understandably, kind of he took his move to AFC, which was really great for him. But I think we've got an opportunity for him to get some game time with us, so we were delighted to get that one in. He's a player that Liam's worked with in the past and one that I've kind of tracked for a while, as I said. So pleased to get him in. I think we feel like we might need to add one more, maybe again at the top end of the pitch. So we'll have a look at that. But whether we'll do that before the weekend, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so a little bit of squad movement, and kind of probably a bit understandable now we're getting to that stage of the season where squads are settling. But really pleased in terms of where the squad's at the moment. So we know it's going to be a really tough game at Shefford. You look at their results recently. They've got a big win in the cup competition, but their defeats have been really by kind of fine margins and by the odd goal. And we've seen that ourselves, earlier in the season, which is kind of an indication that a team's not far off and quite close to where they need to be. So we know that we need to go there and kind of be prepared, be at our best to go and get a result. So look, we know we're going to be in for a good test. They've got some good quality. There's a couple of players there who we know, who we've kind of worked with in the past, that we'll have to be mindful of. But the big focus is going to be on our performance levels again. So, some of the basics that we've kind of covered in terms of what's been positive about our performances in the last week or so have been the defensive work that we've had and the shape that we've had, and being clinical in those moments that we need to. We're absolutely going to need that again on Saturday. So yeah, we'll be well prepared for it, but we know we're going to be in for a real test. Yeah, really exciting game. Obviously, from a personal perspective, there's lots of kind of connections there for me. But in terms of the game, we know we're going to be in for a real test. The squad that they've got is really strong for this level. They've had a bit of an indifferent start to the season, but they've had kind of a lot of kind of cup competitions that they've been involved in and had some success in it. So they've had a little bbit of a disruptive start, I would say, in the league. But all around they've got quality players. So it's one that we're going to have to be really mindful of. Really positive for us that we're going to have a home game, hopefully on the back of a few good results. We've got to go to Shefford and go and do that again. But I'm expecting probably a decent crowd, and there'll be a lot on the game, which is really positive. But outside of that, it's just going to be another normal kind of league game for us, and it's going to be again about what our preparation is and how we go into the game. So look, our eyes aren't really going off Shefford at this moment in time. We'll go there on Saturday to try and get the result, but the Harpenden game should be a great game, and absolutely want to see a lot of Dunstable supporters here to watch that one, because it should be a great encounter. But yeah, Shefford first, and then yeah, we'll look forward to Harpenden, because it should be a really great contest.